goes out to you, and you, and you, Biggie, you. This goes out. Thank you for joining me, good people. My name is Martin Imoregewa, and you're watching another edition of Letters from a Nut. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't liked or watched any of my videos and this is your first time, welcome. My name, as I said, is Martini Morage, son of Moreidi. And today, as the title of the video says, it is a letter which I was surprised about, good people. I turned the page today to look which letter I was gonna be reading, and I was surprised. No, I don't know why I was surprised. It's just a letter to the second most powerful person in the free world, the vice president of the US, and Mr. Ted L. Nancy. He never ceases to surprise. At least he never ceases to surprise me. And on July 15th, 1995, Mr. Ted Nancy wrote to the Vice President Al Gore at Admiral House, 34th and Massachusetts, Washington, D.C., 20005. And this is what he wrote down and sent to the Vice President of the United States. Dear Mr. Vice President, I think you are the best Vice President this country has ever had. Man, that's quite the compliment. That's quite a way to start a letter, good people. I think that you bring a certain something to the vice presidency that hasn't been there before. There are many of us out here that admire the work you do. We know you care about us. So even though you don't tell us even though we don't tell you every day that we think you're doing a great job, this note says that you are. Those last three words are in caps lock, in uppercase. Mr. Nancy is very enthusiastic about this letter and wants the vice president to know that he's being appreciated. Anyway, I hope you're vice president forever. You are more than a VP. You are an MVP. Most valuable vice president. I could see you as vice president forever. Under many presidents. You look like Sylvester Stallone. Same hair. God bless the work you do. With utter respect, Ted L. Nancy. Ladies and gents, that's the letter Mr. Nancy wrote to the Vice President of the United States of America, the second most powerful person in the free world. And he complimented him. And I guess, sometimes you can tell a lot about someone by what they write. And, excuse me, sometimes it's hard to tell the politics of someone. To me, to the average person, Mr. Ted L. Nancy would come off as being a Democrat because he wrote to Mr. Al Gore and complimented him, wished him that he was a vice president for life. But to me, the way I say it, this is just another patriotic American showing a civil servant some love, giving the civil servant some love, some appreciation. Because the Constitution says he cannot have the job forever. So he's got to have term limits. And so although Mr. Nancy is enthusiastic and would like and would love for Mr. Al Gore to be president forever, he obviously can't. But it's a wish. It's a wish, good people. And we all can wish. Anyway, over here, there's a reply with the seal of the United States or of the vice president. I don't know which. But this is a letter that the vice president's office probably wrote to Mr. Nancy almost a month later on August 18th, 1995. And this is what they said, or he said: "Dear Mr. Nancy, thank you for writing to me. I am overwhelmed by the many letters and cards I have received from people like you who have committed themselves to positive change in America. As you know, the president and I are making every effort to meet the challenges facing our country in a positive and responsible manner. Your active participation and your continued support are essential to the success of our efforts. I am genuinely grateful for your kind words of support and encouragement." Everybody likes that. Words of support and encouragement. Good people. "I look forward to working with you to create a better future for this great nation. Sincerely, Al Gore." That's the reply Mr. Nancy got from the office of the vice president, or maybe it was from the vice president himself. And the paper that they wrote on says it was printed on recycled paper. If you know Al Gore, you probably know he's enthusiastic about keeping stuff green, recycling, renewable energy, all that kind of stuff. So it makes sense. His stationery is made of recycled stuff. Anyway, that was the letter and the reply that Mr. Nancy got. Wrote and he wrote a letter, replied. So, good people, I've been wondering, who do I write to? And I already told you, revealed to y'all. Here's my bookmark over here with a letter. No, there's no letter yet. I'm planning to start writing the letters soon. As soon as the sun sets or something, I don't know. But before I go to sleep, I'm probably gonna start on writing a letter, and it's gonna be addressed to Dana White, the president of the UFC. And as you can see, there's no limit to who you can write to. I'm writing to a president of a sports organization. You can write to the president of your country. He's a civil servant. You elected him, or maybe you didn't, but he's still a civil servant, a public servant. So, good people, I hope you had a good Monday, or a good Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm recording today is April 19th, 2020. And I end these videos with something personal about myself. And today's personal thing is what's man I okay, I longboard. I didn't have anything good for you today. I longboard. I don't know if people skate or longboard or skateboarding. I like doing that. I like riding a bicycle. I have a bicycle that I like riding around. I live in a good place that basically made for biking around or running around, jogging, staying healthy. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Join me tomorrow, and I'll read for you. I'll read for you another letter. Adios.